Capital News tonight. One killed by fire at a petrol depot in Zanzibar. CCM party reveals winners of the parliamentary nomination votes. And in sports, KMC confident of winning 3 points when they face Tanzania Prisons tomorrow at the Uhuru Stadium in Dar es Salaam. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's start things off with the national news. A large fire at a petrol depot for oil companies at Mtoni in Zanzibar has blown up a fuel tanker, causing the death of the driver. The cause of the fire has not yet been established.
The pipes you see over there were used to fill up vehicles with oil. It is probable that there was a fault caused by friction. The explosion started from a neighboring depot, so we ran away to find cover, but some of us ran to the tanks to open the firefighting system and managed to do so.
Depo ya jirani ya Puma imekuwa ndio imeleta mlipuko.
We were able to control the fire with the help from the Fire and Rescue Service. What is going to take place next is an evaluation to establish the source of the fire.
Kwenda kufungua ile firefighting system.
Preliminary results in the CCM nomination vote have continued to be released as the exercise continues on its second day in various parts of the country.
In Kilosa constituency, Professor Palmagamba Kabudi has received 714 votes, followed by Kaunda Alfat Said, who received 101 votes. In Nanyamba constituency, Mtwara region, Abdallah Chikota has received 675 votes, followed by Rehema Mchika, who received 25 votes out of 724. In Dar es Salaam's Kawe constituency, Furaha Dominic Jacob has led in the nomination votes, receiving 101 votes, followed by Angela Kiziga, who received 85 votes. In RUVUMA region, Mbinga urban constituency, Sixtus Mapunda led with 246 nomination votes, followed by Jonas Mbunda with 194 votes. In Madaba constituency, Joseph Mhagama led the nomination votes with 319, followed by Glorious Luoga with 16 votes. In Kilimanjaro region, High constituency, Sashisa Eliniko Mafue received 124 votes, followed by Fuya Godwin Kimbita, who received 85 votes. In Moshi rural constituency, Professor Patrick Ndakidemi received 262 votes, followed by Deo Mushi, who received 46 votes. In Tanga region, Tanga urban constituency, Umi Mwalimu received 783 votes, followed by Omari Ayub, who received 41 votes. January Makamba has won 680 nomination votes in Bumbuli constituency, which is 82.7%, with the second runner-up Abdul Kadri Kaniki receiving 21 votes. In Mara region's Bunda rural constituency, Boniface Getere has received 162 votes, followed by Musika Msafiri with 140 votes. In Arusha's Monduli constituency, Frederick Lowassa led with 244 votes, followed by Julius Kalanga with 162 votes. In Manyara region, Babati urban constituency, Esther Mahewele has received 91 votes, followed by Werema Chambiri with 77 votes. In Simanjiro constituency, Christopher Ole Sendeka has received 306 votes, followed by James Ole Milia with 15 votes. In Njombe region, Njombe urban constituency, Deodatus Mwanyika received 136 votes, followed by Arnold Mtwele with 60 votes. In Katavi region, Katavi constituency, Engineer Isaac Kamwele received 155 votes, followed by Maganga Kampala with 48 votes. In Mpanda urban constituency, Sebastian Kapufi received 379 votes, followed by Everest Mnyele with 38 votes. In Bukavu constituency, Prudencia Kakwembe led with 178 votes, followed by Geoffrey Pinda with 74 votes. In SIMBA constituency, Anna Lupembe received 355 votes, followed by Richard Mboga with 121 votes. And in Mpanda, a rural constituency, Selemani Kakoso received 437 votes, followed by Henry Lusesa with 19 votes.
And one person has died on the spot with 4 others injured after a lorry carrying fertilizer that was coming from Dar es Salaam and heading to Zambia crashed into 4 other cars and 1 Bajaj before overturning at Mbalizi Hill in Mbeya region.
I was almost hit, but I swerved. But he ended.
The Higher Education Student Loans Board, HESLB, has launched a new system to request loans online for students expecting to join university, with the government setting aside 464 billion shillings for the 2020-2021 study year.
Dirisha la kuomba mikopo mipya kwa wanafunzi wale wanaomaliza form 6. Waliomaliza form 6, waliomaliza diploma.
The window for the new loan applicants for Form 6 leavers and diploma graduates who want to go to university is open from today, and the application window shall stay open until the 31st of August.
Kwa hiyo ni takriban siku 40 ambazo wanafunzi watapata kwa ajili ya kuomba.
And that is all for the national news. International news is up next. And now in international news. 12 more patients have died from the coronavirus in Kenya, raising the death toll to 250 as the number of infections go up to 14,168. Health Administrative Secretary Rashid Aban said the mortality rate among the elderly has also increased.
We are currently at 13,000 total number of cases, approaching almost 14,000. With active number of cases over 7,000. We have done projections before on the human resource requirement for healthcare workers. We know the focus has been on isolation, bed capacity, but the HR component has not been given the priority that it deserves. We have seen 20 Cuban doctors who are said to be specialists being brought on board. The irony is that it has taken more than 4 months for the government to engage its own local doctors to combat COVID-19.
There we record 397 people who have tested positive after testing 3,637 samples over the past 24 hours. This now brings to 14,168 the number of confirmed positive cases in the country, and brings our cumulative samples tested to 249,998. From the 397 cases that we are reporting today, 389 are Kenyans and 8 are foreigners.
And the Ministry of Health in Burundi has announced that the number of coronavirus cases has reached 329 since the outbreak of the virus in the country in March of this year. The Minister of Health, Thade Ndikumana, said that since the launch of the campaign against the coronavirus on July the 6th, 6,816 samples have been tested, whereby 137 people were found to have been infected with COVID-19.
Since March, 328 patients were found positive with COVID-19. Out of them, 237 have recovered so far. There are about 90 patients receiving treatment in hospital, and one person has died a few days ago. Government is congratulating citizens for their cooperation during this difficult time. Again, to ensure safety of our people, we have sent testing kits and machines in every center.
And the police force in Uganda started to take legal action against politicians found to be conducting public rallies which have been banned so as to prevent the further spread of the coronavirus.
A number of political actors from the different political parties, that is FDC, NRM.
The number of political actors from different political parties have continued to violate directives of combating spread of coronavirus. Following such malpractices, we cannot just watch them hinder government's efforts. That is why the police force has opened a case against them.
Fight against the spread of the virus in our country.
And that is where we leave off with international news. We'll be back with business news after this short break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and now in business news. Tanzania Agricultural Development Bank, TADB, has issued 844 million shillings to pay cashew nut farmers' claims in Mtwara district for the 2018-2019 buying season.
In Mtwara region, we are owed about 800 million shillings, where I would like to inform you that that amount of money will be transferred to farmers' accounts any time from now. 414 people were previously not paid. 89 of farmers have been paid half of the amount of money they owe, whom will all be paid within this week. I have asked them to jot down all things that have been completed and potentials available in order to influence investors from within and outside the country.
Small-scale miners in Tunduru district, RUVUMA region have urged the government to provide them with training and tools so that they can benefit from gemstones found in the district.
Ukakuta mnunuzi bwana pale mnaumana bwana, wewe hapa inabidi hapa uandike 200,000. Siandike hapa milioni 1.
Due to lack of knowledge, many minerals traders have been involved in illegal deals with buyers. Several proposals were taken to Honorable President, including minerals market. All miners are thrilled with efforts that the President has made in making several legal amendments and procedures to ensure that both mineral stakeholders, citizens and the government benefit dearly from precious stones found in the country.
Despite having an abundance of agricultural and mineral resources, MOROGORO District Council has failed to reach its revenue collection target for the 2019-2020 financial year.
Our collections are minimal because we don't have revenue collectors. That is why it has remained impossible, and our council will continue being poor. One of the things that we are currently firmly working on is to ensure that revenues in our council increases. We shall not tolerate statistics that signifies irresponsibility of our council. According to Treasurer's report, last year's revenues that were recorded were 2.2 billion shillings. 68% of the revenues were collected, which is a very small percentage. That is why it is important to highlight challenging areas so that if there are judicial amendments to be made, should be done immediately.
We leave off with business news there. Sports is next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lynn.
And now in sports. KMC has boasted of attaining all 3 points when they face relegation-threatened Tanzania Prisons tomorrow at the Uhuru Stadium in Dar es Salaam.
The news is that Hassan Kapalata is back and he will be available tomorrow. So the squad is in a good condition and the players are all well. We are left with 2 games against Tanzania Prisons and Mbeya City. We have not escaped relegation yet because there are many teams at the bottom, so we're just focused on winning our games.
And Tanzania Mainland Premier League top scorer Medi Kagera says he will continue to give his best in scoring more goals as he wants to become the top scorer again next season.
Mchezo ujao tunaenda kucheza Tanga na Coastal Union. Final bado mechi mbili kabla hatujacheza final.
We're going to play Coastal Union in Tanga. We still have 2 games before the final. Every goal I scored was a good goal because getting a goal is not easy. Even when playing a weak side, it is not easy to score.
Cristiano Ronaldo has scored 50 goals in each of the Premier League, La Liga and now Serie A after he opened the scoring for Juventus against Lazio this evening with a penalty in the 51st minute. Here's more.
Ronaldo moved to 51 goals in the Italian top flight, slotting home Dybala's pass 3 minutes later after the first goal. He scored 84 goals with Manchester United in his 6 seasons at the club, before netting a whopping 311 goals with Real Madrid in La Liga in 292 games. No player has ever managed to hit 50 goals in England, Spain and Italy, although Edin Dzeko managed it in England, Germany and Italy.
The Ballon d'Or, awarded annually to world's best footballer, will not be held in 2020 because of the lack of a sufficiently level playing field, which has been caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Here's more on the story.
Barcelona's Lionel Messi won the trophy in the men's category last year, while US striker Megan Rapinoe won the women's category. Organizers, France Football, said the awarding of the prize, which has been given out every year since 1956, will be not worthy of the trophy's history. The organizers added, "We did not want to put an indelible asterisk on the prize list as a trophy won in exceptional circumstances due to the health crisis of COVID-19.
Chelsea are closing in on the signing of Kai Havertz after discussing personal terms with the midfielder on a 5-year contract, although the club still have to reach an agreement with Bayer Leverkusen over a fee for the German international.
Frank Lampard is leading a revamp of his attack for the next season, having already secured the signings of Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech, and there is growing confidence that Havertz will become the latest player to seal a move to Stamford Bridge this summer. The Leverkusen star has indicated he is willing to join Chelsea, though the deal is not done yet. It is believed Leverkusen are holding out for as much as 90 million euros for Havertz, with Chelsea hopeful of striking a deal worth 80 million euros plus add-ons. While Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Liverpool, Manchester United and Real Madrid have all been linked with the 21-year-old, Lampard's side are at the head of the queue.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. On behalf of everyone who worked to bring you this bulletin, I am Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching and good night.
You can watch Capital News live on our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
It's Culinary Delights every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. only on Capital Television.